Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Right, I am putting a lot of videos out today. I do apologise, pick and choose. Do not feel obligated under any circumstances to um, uh, watch all of them. But I'm also just putting them out today because tomorrow the cleaner's coming. They're supposed to come Friday. She had a migraine, so called off, and I spent the day catching up. It was a busy Friday, catching up. So I do apologise, but again, as I said, just pace yourself and do not feel obliged. Now, what I'm going to have a look at in this particular reading using the Golden Universal Tarot is tomorrow, my time, day after, for those that are affected, Tariff Tuesday with Felon 45 in regards to Canada and Mexico. He's basically come out and said on Tuesday, because the tariffs were supposed to start on Tuesday, that was the end of the 1 month reprieve. He's come out and said, he'll decide on Tuesday whether the tariffs will go ahead and how much they will be. Oh, goodness me. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. Came across my table this morning. Oh gosh, interesting cards. The abuse of power and the lunacy of it all. Yeah, we know. Came across my table this morning that apparently Felon 45 had said a statement quite a while ago that he wants every day to be like a reality TV show, because that's how he still sees himself, as the You're Fired reality TV facade, where every day is like a reality TV show where he wins. Well, that's exactly how it's playing. So that's understanding that makes it easier to step back and just look at that's why he throws gish gallop, stuff everywhere. Because that's how he sees us playing it, and then he has the weekends off to go golfing. So he's come out and said Tariff Tuesday. On Tuesday, he's going to decide whether the tariffs go ahead and how much they're going to be. So again, he's keeping himself in the headlines. He's threatening, he's bullying, he's just, oh, goodness me, expecting to, okay, he's expecting a phone call from Canada and Mexico he's expecting a grovelling phone call. The word they're giving me is grovelling. I was going to say pleading, but he's expecting a pleading phone call from Canada and Mexico. Now, I've obviously got some of my cards upside down, but I don't read upside down, so I'll turn them over if they come up upside down. Golden Universal Tarot, entertainment only. Let's have a look. Will the tariffs go ahead on Tuesday? Getting a feeling they will. I'm getting a feeling they will. The sword. Okay, he sees it as him standing. Oh no, it's not even standing up. It's just him declaring his truth, which is not like making himself king. It's like he's putting the strategy out there. I'm king, and you will do what I say, subjects. To do with, and it's all about money, protecting money. But, so, I'm not even going to say but, because it's not a but. I think he's going to make a declaration in his position as supposedly king about what he's going to call it protection, financial protection of the US. which it's not. We know that. For those that are financially educated, this is about stealing, betraying. This is about, okay, we had these trade deals, but I'm going to take my bat and ball trade deals and go home. Stealing what doesn't belong to him. To try and restrict. But I think what's going to happen is he's going to find himself tied up and restricted by these swords of truth. So he's trying to make up a lot of swords here. This is about truth and reality and brutal honesty, strategy. I think his strategy is claiming it's protecting as he makes off like a thief in the night that he is. I think it's actually going to backfire. So I think that he is going to. I'm getting he's expecting a Knight of Swords, a Knight of Wands was, a Knight of Pentacles was there, but not moving forward. I think, gosh, what's all about big money and a volatile message coming forward. I think he's going to go ahead with the tariffs. I think he's expecting a groveling phone calls that are not going to come. So show me. Just quickly, is Felon 45? Not it. Congress aren't even going to be included in the discussion. We know that. As soon as, and I said that even before November, I said, if he gets in, he will be ruling by royal decree or he'll be ruling by executive order or something. Congress are irrelevant. Okay. Plan on the world stage, but he's going to be on the back foot having to defend himself against it. That's his plan. He's looking at the options. He thinks it's about protection. False knight putting an offer out there. If you do this for me, I won't do them. But I think he's going to be sorely disappointed at the outcome from that because these three cups, Mexico, Canada, China perhaps, are going to say whatever. And then there might be some legal action where he finds his decree restricted due to overreach. It's not quite as simple as what we think. Let's have a look. Is he, yes or no, is he on Tuesday or thereabouts, you might give them until Wednesday, is he going to sign some sort of order, dictate, is he going to sign some sort of order for, well, that's a yes, big yes card, but it's also about actions having consequences. It's the Justice card, big yes card, but actions having consequences, and it's all to do with money. Mine. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. Yeah. I think he's going to go ahead with them. I don't think it's going to end well. I'm just looking at these cards that are showing themselves to me. You've got the throwing under the bus, the infighting. You've got the decrepit-looking king and the nightmare situation. You've got overseas. So this is the strategy in regards to overseas, stealing away with what doesn't belong to him. I don't know that being forced into isolation and retreat and having to take a backward step. What's happening is not only is Canadian and Mexican patriotism through the roof, they are seeking new markets other than the US. This is only going to hurt the US. So I think, yes, they're going to go ahead by decree. Just show me. They're going to go ahead by decree, right? Charging in. Part of the day, I think, yes, rash charging in, bringing a plan to fruition to do so. I'm going to say yes. I think he is. However, the truth of the matter is that's what's going to happen is isolation, and then having to try and find a new treacherous path forward as the oligarchs find themselves screeching to a halt in the tracks with this lunacy and then coming to an end. I'm going to say yes. I don't know that they'll last for long though, but I do think that there's going to be some sort of, it's going to end well for them. Okay, I'm going to say yes. I think the tariffs are going to come in on, if not Tuesday, I'm getting a Friday, getting the end of the week, something big. Okay, if these tariffs come in, if these tariffs, some sort of partnership agreement, as a lot of news comes out, this could be the rest of the world just getting on with it. How's this going to end for Felon 45? Right, karma's going to come and bite him on the bum. It's not going to end well. The reality of it is not going to end well. Et tu, Brutus? Do I need to keep going? Emotional, overwhelming, emotional breakdown, chained himself to the devil in the background here. I'd say this is the Kremlin's dictating to him, or just his greed of power. We've got here this information. Some sort of gift that was given in the past. Who's this woman who's bringing forward a message? An inspirational female bringing forward a message that's going to be crowning over this. Is this the Mexican president, or is this someone within? This also, okay, I'm drawn to the sunflower. This might also be the unification messaging about Ukraine is going to overshadow this. He's not a happy camper because of the unity that's forming. His intention was to drive a wedge, and it's backfiring big time. Okay, this is my dementia card, but it's also a gift that was given in the past. So SCOTUS gave him a gift in the past to abuse power. I have read on SCOTUS. I've actually, if you look SCROTUS up, you'll find it. But they were externally abuse of power. However, the other parties are not playing ball. They're going, yeah, whatever. See you later. This guy's standing here going, ooh, I've got all the swords. But those behind us saying, see ya. We're not engaging. Treason, heartbreak, loss, betrayal, despair. Sword of truth coming forward. about poor choices. The smug merchant thinking he's all that in a cup of tea and that he's got it all stacked up behind him. The greedy merchant. His poor choices. So the choices are wealth and vanity and power and deceit and but then you've got this figure coming through, this King of Cups figure. I'm starting to think this King of Cups might be Trudeau in a world-leading diplomatic role, not as the PM of Canada. Starting to think he's Trudeau. He's going to bring forward action about restriction. Movement forward is going to be stopped, an announcement being made, the Tower moment, secrets being revealed about the decrepit king being forced to retreat. My Jack Smith Alex Whiting card. An investigation that leads to a rebalancing. Walking away from what no longer emotionally serves, a new start, new beginning. I'll take away these cards. It's not going to end well for him. I'm just going to tell you that. It's not going to end well. Two of my dementia cards, but also two of my deluded thinking cards here. He's going to think he's, yeah, nah, nah. It's going to be, nah, 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 nah type stuff. But the rest of the world's not going to play. And it's going to backfire on him. He's not going to have. So he has been so blatantly showing his weaknesses. So I think, yes, he's going to put the tariffs in place. And he's going to go, and he's actually going to be really peeved off because he didn't get the grovelling. He's going to be exposed as the emperor with no clothes. And he's going to, be all, I showed them. But when somebody, let me put it this way. When 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds or whatever are in the sandpit and there's one that's thumped the other one, stolen the toy, kicked over the sandcastle and said, behaved like a real dictator, thinking that it's going to succumb the other kids in the sandpit. And what happens is the other kids just simply get up out of the sandpit and go and play over on the jungle gym. And he's left in the sandpit by himself with his kicked over sandcastle and the toys that he stole and nobody. That's the energy I'm getting. Oh, but please, no, it's going to get really intense. It's going to get really wild. Then it's going to be over. So please hop over onto, I've put the link in the budget video for the Facebook page. At some stage, I know the Facebook page is going to get compromised because groups always end up being compromised. But in the meantime, there's about 500 over there. It's free if you're on Facebook. Hopefully by the time I need to close it down, hopefully in around 6 months or so, A, this is all over, but B, you've all found yourself. I've opened it up as a closed group. You can only get in by me saying, yes, you can. Connect with each other. Build your tribes. Form your communities via private messaging to start with, via physical meetups, by shared interests, and go for it. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Catch you shortly.